Hey yogis, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Brenda Lynn. Our flow for today is yoga to reset your vagus nerve. Now the vagus nerve is one of the 12 cranial nerves in your nervous system. It originates in your brainstem and extends all the way through your body down to your colon. Your vagus nerve sends signals throughout your body and is responsible for a number of physiological reactions. Your vagus nerve also communicates with your central nervous system that is split into two parts, your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is responsible for your fight or flight response, and the parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for the rest and digest state. We're aiming to get into rest and digest. So we'll be focusing on toning your vagus nerve to get you in a state of rest and digest. We're going to get started lying on your back in a reclined bound angle pose. As you get there, bend both knees out to either side. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. We're bringing one hand to rest on the belly, the other on your heart. As we begin to focus on the breath, just getting a nice steady pace going. Noticing how your chest rises and falls with each breath. I'm going to start to bring your awareness to the belly area for diaphragmatic breathing. Now the difference with this breath is instead of breathing with your chest, take your inhales with your stomach. So with each inhale, as the belly expands, your bottom hand starts to poke out with the belly. And exhale. Through the nose, inhale through the diaphragm. Open mouth, exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. And exhale out through the mouth. I'm going to continue with this diaphragmatic breathing. I'm going to stay here for just a bit. Bringing awareness into this breath, still noticing the belly, the hand resting on top, it rising and falling with every breath you take. Just a few more breaths. Together, let's inhale. And exhale, let it go. We're bringing both arms out to the sides. Palms are open, facing downwards. We're starting to close the thighs like a book. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. About hip width distance apart, slightly pigeon the feet inwards. Bring the knees to touch. Inhale. And exhale for windshield wipers. Knees fall to the right. Inhale, return the knees back to the center. And exhale for a windshield wiper to your left. Keep breathing. Inhale through the center. Exhale to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale to your left. We're going to windshield the knees back and forth a few times. Going at your own pace, just connecting your breath to your movement. Once your knees can't move any longer, just bringing them back to the center. Feet are still hip width distance apart. We're shifting the arms, stretching the fingertips down towards the heels, or sliding the heels back until they're lightly grazing the tips of your fingers. Press down into the soles of your feet. Inhale. And exhale, bridge pose as we lift the pelvis away from the mat, shift it towards the ceiling. You can keep the arms where they are, interlace the fingers underneath you. Adjusting the shoulders, allowing you to lift the back and pelvis just a little bit higher. So pressing down into the soles, squeeze through the glutes, lift it just a little bit higher. Inhale. And then exhale as you lower down to the mat. Nice, we're going to rock and roll using momentum from your hips to come into a seated position. Crossing at your ankles. Spine is nice and long. Crown is stretched towards the ceiling. Inhale, sweep both arms overhead. And exhale as you twist to your right. Bring the left hand to the right knee. Right arm is strong. Kickstand it behind you. As you lift through the chest, lengthen the spine. Option to turn your gaze over your back shoulder. A nice juicy twist in your spine. Inhale, return back to the center, arms overhead. And exhale, twist in the opposite direction. This time, right hand to your left knee, left arm kickstands behind you. As you lengthen through the spine, twist the crown of your head over your back shoulder. Inhale, return through the center. And exhale, rest the hands at your knees. Nice. From here, take another inhale. Extend the right arm out to the side. Stretch it out to the outer edge of your mat. And exhale as you drop the left ear towards your shoulder. We're stretching out through the neck. Option to bring your left hand to rest it on top of the right side of your head. Just adding a little bit of extra weight as you gently pull that ear to your left. We're stretching out through your right shoulder. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Re-straighten out the head. Let's take another deep breath in as we switch arms. This time the left arm reaches out to the side. And exhale, right ear to your right shoulder. Option to bring your right hand to rest towards your left ear. As you open up that space on the side of your neck, gently pull the left shoulder away from you. So finding your breath, lifting through your chest, broadening out your shoulders. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Bring the hands down towards your mat. We're going to shift forward into a table position. So we're coming up onto all fours, joints stacked one over top of the other. Spine is in neutral, gaze down to your mat. Inhale. And exhale for a child's pose. We're bringing the big toes to touch from behind. As you sit your hips back towards your heels, rest your forehead on the center of your mat. We're resting the arms at your side, so extending them back behind you. You can walk the knees in a little bit more if you need. Good. Just taking a moment here, tapping in with your breath. Diaphragmatic breathing here. Focusing on the breath through the belly. Inhale, blowing air into that space. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. And exhale, release. Deep breath in. Now your exhale, we're returning back into table and pushing up into a downward facing dog. So taking yourself step by step, coming onto all fours, tuck the toes from underneath you and push the knees off the mat for downward facing dog. You shine the glutes towards the ceiling. The palms are pressed flat, all 5 fingers are spread wide. Spine is flat, keeping your head in line with your arms. So inhale, lift through the heels, coming onto the balls of your feet. And exhale, sink your heels back down to the mat. Again, inhale, come onto the tips of your toes. And exhale, let it go. Nice. Inhale, balls of your feet. Gaze forward. Look to the top of your mat. And exhale, bend your knees. Bring them down to your mat, hip width distance apart. We're lifting the palms, bringing them to the small of your back. Fingertips are pointing downwards. Deep breath in. Fill up through your lungs. And exhale, camel pose, pushing the pelvis forwards, gently arching back through the spine. With your gaze, drawing an imaginary line in front of you, then up across the ceiling to back behind you. Feel free to keep your hands where they are. If you feel safe, you can also drop them one by one down towards the heels. Pushing the pelvis, belly, your heart, everything forward. Let's take an inhale. If your palms will lift the small of your back, slowly start to bring them back as you re-erect through your spine. And exhale, sink the hips down to your heels. To close out our practice, we are going to come into a legs up the wall. In order to get into this shape, I'm going to bring my mat a little closer to the wall. If you have a block, option to use a block if you want to place it under the small of your back. But I'm just going to get closer to the wall, slide my pelvis there, lift the legs, gently allow the heels to rest. Team both arms out to the side. As I rest here, allowing the heart rate to slow down, allowing myself to melt into the mat. Refocus on my breath. Check in with yourself here, noticing how you feel. Maybe the breath feels more expansive. Just acknowledging where you are. Returning your focus to your breath. Deep belly breathing. And I'll give you a few moments to yourself here. And I'll call you back when it's time. As we start to come back into the body, just gently rock the head from side to side. As you start to remove the feet away from the wall, you can bend your knees, bring the feet, step them out to either side of your body, and gently start to push yourself into a seated position. Crossing at the ankles. Let's take an inhale as you lift both arms over your head, palms come to meet at the center. And exhale, settle them down to your heart. Still forward. And namaste. All right, friends, that is a wrap for our vagus nerve reset. If you like this class, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel as I post new classes regularly. Looking forward to seeing you next time on the mat, friends. Peace.